Now, inside the mine, what happened inside the mine? When the lift man is taking the lift inside, he started to give the bell and making it clear that a lift is being passing. In case if anyone is in the middle, they would be moving aside so that the lift would not affect the working people. So a bell of alarm and security was being mentioned clearly, and the lift went on for nearly 500 feet down. Actually, they were told only 200 to 300 feet required to reach the coal fields, but that time they went for 500 feet, which was really a scary thing, and all were afraid and they filled their hearts with the fear. But finally they reached down and they stepped outside. Once they stepped outside, when they were passing through the lift, they could hear the noise of some water falling down. Then the security officer who is accompanying them has mentioned very clearly that the underground water layers are filled in the underground levels. So this water has to be cleared and sent out through pipelines and dumped elsewhere, because if the underground water layers are not cleared, they would come into the mine and make floods in the entire mining process and destroy the entire efforts which are made by the officers. So it has need some water pipelines. After these people have got down into that, they have observed some separate pipelines are moving which are carrying out the water away from the tunnel to the outer space using some electric power supply for them. And now we have the layers of coal mines which are moving here, which are also known as coal layers or coal seam, which were carried by either wagons or the conveyor belt. Earlier people used to carry them, which was a very tough and difficult task, but as the time passed on and the technologies have advanced, now they have moved to the automatic machinery which is going to carry it, or the railway track where the wagon can carry the entire loads outside, which is very faster and required as per the need and the requirement of the technology. And as the time passed on, these coal layers and coal seem a major requirement for us. But to the astonishing point, what they have observed is the coal fields, after they step inside, they were shiny and bright. Actually in the underground where it is completely coal looks in black color, so they could not understand how could the light be sparkling here. Then the security officer clarified the doubt that they used the dolomite, which is having a shiny nature when it is not exposed to oxidation. So when it is not supplied oxygen at all at any point of time, automatically it leads to the shiny nature, and which is providing light for them in order to sustain in the underground layers, and the coal is really dark black in color. To get out of this, they have painted the walls with the dolomite, and which has provided the way for them. So in this way they went deep into the field and they are in the ground reality of the coal fields. So now they started their journey from Hyderabad, they moved to Kottagudem, then to Alandi, then into the deeper inside. So what happened next? So now, how is the blasting of the coal takes place? We are moving on to the actual concept or the actual place where the real mining of the coal has to be taken place. So our teachers have moved on to the place called phase or the actual reality where the coal has to be mined out. So these people are stepping in. There we have a supervisor coming and checking and giving instructions to the people like which place to be kept. The blasting situation has to be occurred. Blasting in the sense, yes, you heard very really correct, that they are going to put the detonator and they are going to blast it so that the coal gets bursted outside and they can collect the coal and dispose it faster instead of digging it and doing it, and it takes as a lot of time and needs a lot of employees to be stationed there. And we have a station special officer coming here checking the entire process and has given approved the permission that what has to be kept as a security and safety measures. They started to put the resin bags in and out, and they have drilled a small hole to insert the detonator and inserted the detonator in that and fixed it entirely with the resin bags outside. And a special team has come with the workers who started to fill with the wooden and the iron poles to support the fall of the coal and not fall on us. After everything is done and detonated, a warning bell was given for everybody and a whistle was blown in order to make sure that whoever is in the nearby places will be moving off far off places. And suddenly the burst has done and the blasting has happened. So once the blasting has happened, we all were shocked. Those who moved there, entered there, everybody was shocked. because it was complete darkness and heavy smoke. Suddenly we felt that an earthquake has occurred under the underground layers. As it went on, after a couple of minutes, the snow, smoke, everything has calmed down, and we could appear like it is on the shabby, dusty places. 2 or 3 of the workers started to move in to clear the dust and all these things. After a certain point of time, they recognized that a huge amount of coal has fell down and it is standing on the support of the bars which are kept of wooden and the iron and steel bars. These all bars were removed carefully, and later the coal was taken into the wagons and it is sent. If suddenly in the bomb blast, if anything dangerous happens, or if you have any patient who is having problem with their breathing system, they may even be led to death also, because the bomb blast can occur in any adverse situations also. If it is in the safe kind and security is taken also, there are chances where the safety measures have been failed. So they have taken the utmost care, and this time these people are very lucky. Nothing has happened to them as per the requirements or their problems, and they could safely see everything. Even the blasted dust, everything was seen clearly. These people have observed it, and later on they moved outside. After this, what is the procedure? What are the other issues that are going to be tackled? Because we have seen entrance, then moved on into the deep interior layers, then we have seen the underground water layers, then we have discussed about the dolomite and the effect of the dolomite of getting light, then moving on to the blasting of the coal. What next? So, how is the transportation of the coal done here? After the blast has happened, we have seen the falling down of the coal. We have removed the bars and we have collected it. After this has done, earlier people used to go inside, fill everything into the wagons, and then it is supplied to the conveyor belt and the coal has to be brought outside. Now in order to reduce the burden of the people and the employees who are working there, they started to use the dumper machines. These dumper machines collect the entire coal and fill them into the wagons and into the conveyor belt, and then it is processed outside. And in the process only, it is to be graded outside. What is the best quality of coal which has to be transported abroad, or what is the other quality of coal which has to be sent to the other minor companies. In this way, the grading of the coal has been done, and it is transported through railway wagons and through other means of transport, and it is mainly transported to the thermal power plants and the other companies which are in tie-up with the Singareni colonies. These all we have seen very clearly, because most of the thermal power projects are getting supplied coal from the Singareni colonies only. This has been clearly evident when there was a strike in the Singareni colonies. Most of the places in the AP could shut down their electricity and faced many difficulties in getting the power supply for the entire Andhra region. So most of the government thermal power plants are supplied the basic requirement of coal by the Singareni coal fields. Now what about the employees who are working in the Singareni colonies? Who take cares about them? What are the difficulties that are faced by the employees of the Singareni colonies? What are the government's initiatives and the best methods to provide healthy and fit people to work and to live after working in the Singareni colonies? Let us find out all these in the welfare of the employees in the Singareni colonies or Singareni coal fields.